Hi, Mo. Thank you for joining me today. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much. I really appreciate being here.
Very
What
good,
about
very
yourself?
good. I'm good. I'm good as well. Thank you very much for asking. So we're here today because you hit your first 10% target on the funded trader program. How does that feel?
Yes. Yeah. You know what? Feels really amazing. It's been a while since I hit hit any funded account program target for. So yeah, I felt really happy. I was jumping up and down, of course, on my bed, and yeah, I guess how I feel right now. So yeah.
Very good. Why don't you tell us a bit about your story as a trader?
Yeah, so how I started, trading in general was at first I never was interested in it at all, right? I didn't even want to do it because I saw a bunch of people in the sixth form, right? As a back in school. I saw a bunch of guys that were actually just trading, right? And they wrote down all those numbers on the paper, and I was like, what you guys doing? Right. So yeah, we're trading and investing, yada yada yada, right? You need to write down all of these numbers as well at the same time. You need to read this big fat book as well, right? And knowing that these guys were in like A-level maths, and me, I wasn't good at maths at all. I failed my maths, right? So that was me thinking I have to be in A-level maths and have to be clever in order to do this. So I didn't bother looking into it ever again until I saw like some ad come up about some some guy who teaches it basically says it isn't as complicated as people were making it out to be, right? So so clicked on the ad, registered, and looked a little bit into it. Went to like a seminar, right? Only 2 hours long, taught the most basics of the most basic. Probably not enough to be successful, but it was decent enough. So that kind of just led me on that path on just carrying trading. And then fast forward about 2 years later, after that, I made my first six figures. Right. It took me 2 years to do that, but the first year was just practicing, losing a lot of money, and and yeah, I mean, I guess everybody kind of goes through that phase when they first start out, right? I mean, many blown accounts.
Your
And
personal funds, or back then you were working with other
yeah,
people?
no, it was myself. It was myself, to be honest. Yeah, that was just me working, putting money in, and it was kept blowing accounts until then. Yeah, so that moment that I realized, you know what, just to stick to a strategy and following the process and the rule of five rule. So you only trade five markets, so kind of exactly how the market's moving as well, and you kind of know its personality. Bit like I say like trading is a little bit like relationships, you know.
Okay, I want to hear that. Go on.
Okay. All right. So in life, right, you go through, I don't know how many relationships you've been in, but I've been through through, probably about two relationships, and the rest was probably, fun here and there, right? I mean, you
Okay.
think it will go well,
Don't
right? It
go into
goes
the
well.
details.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go too much into the details, right? But let's say you try out a strategy, right, for a couple of months or 1 month or a couple of weeks, works out for a little bit, but then you start seeing a losing streak, and you're like, okay, this strategy doesn't work. Bit like relationships, right? You try it out a little bit, right? You see some red flags, they seem more nice and all that. But then you see a couple of red flags that you don't like, and then you're like, no, I forget this. I don't like this person, and you're gonna leave it, right? And then you go to the next one and the next one, and then eventually you find the one, right, that you
Good.
stick
So
with
you
for a
found
very
your
long time.
strategy.
Exactly.
Very good.
That's how I say, yeah, trading is pretty much like relationships, really, to be honest. Oh yeah,
That's nice. That's interesting. I never thought about that like that. But it makes sense in a way. And from
yeah,
my
yeah.
understanding, you have a special relationship with the dollar yen, right?
The dollar yen, yes,
You like
yes, you've been
trading
looking
that
into
pair.
it. Yes, I've been trading that quite a lot, actually. Matter of fact, because what I realized is, yeah, the minute that you basically just stick to one, it's yeah, it's almost economist, especially if you're using patterns and you know, well, I've been using this CCI channel and the SSI channel as well. So I'm using two indicators and of course patterns.
Wait. Why don't you explain to us what your strategy is exactly? Like, what do you look at on a chart in the market before deciding to place a trade?
Okay, so first, what I look at, which is the SSL channel, is basically almost like a MACD. It's almost like the MACD, but however, it's more like a confirmation that it's either going to be a buy or sell, right? And then the SSL channel, it basically kind of just confirms whether not to enter or to enter, basically. And then with the pattern, well, there's loads of patterns that I'll be. I'm going to be here forever. I'm going to be explaining every single one of them. But with that, I just basically would enter. I would literally enter if I see a pattern emerging. So if the SSL channel, well, no, it's a CCI. There's one yellow. There's one yellow line and there's one white line. So if the yellow line obviously crosses the blue line going upwards, then that's a confirmation that it's a buy, and it has to also cross well, because it's almost like an RSI at the same time as well. So if it crosses the bottom, which is the green line, at the same time, then of course that's 100% a buy confirmation. If it's in the middle of it, between the red line and the yellow line, the green line, then of course don't enter it at all. It has to cross that as well at the same time. And then it's the same with the CCI, same thing really. And then once I got that pattern as well, once it's there, then it's a 100% confirmation that I'm going to enter the trade. Sometimes I kind of just go off rail and try to go just off the patterns. So you will see a streak of, okay, where I'm losing, okay, you know what, stick to or just stick to the rule more. So the ones that you see the bigger profit targets, because I stuck down to the T. So I don't know if you saw that. But yeah, because no, it was a Monday or Tuesday that I had basically 2.5% day to it. No, not even 950. Yeah, it's a good 3% day, to be honest. So yeah, that's me sticking down to the T. And what I realized is, well, when you see a losing streak, you know, it's well, I realized you need to step back and you need to take a little breather, right? So you're like, okay, all right. Now my emotions are starting to kick in. Go take a walk.
100%. And so how long it has been that since you have been profitable in the market before joining AudaCity?
It's been about a year now altogether.
About a year.
About a year. Actually, no, we're talking profitable. Was, well, I don't know if we'll call it profitable, because back in 2019, I took a really, really, really big loss. It didn't make me look back into trading for probably good until last year, really. So,
So let's say that consistently it's been like 1 year of trading for you.
Yeah, one year of trading basically. So yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So yeah, now it's just all about you know, sticking down to the rules and just keep going and having a better lifestyle for myself, you know, family around me as well. You know, it took about 5 years altogether to start since 2017 actually. Okay. So yeah, about 5 years to become fully profitable. I mean, one thing that I got told at first, right? Jesus Christ. I mean, I remember I went to this, well, it was like this pyramid scheme company called iMarkets Life, right? And they said, you know what, quit your job in 90 days, right? You know, trading and investing, all that kind of stuff, right? So I bought into all of that. I was there for like 5 months. And And yeah, it wasn't what it seemed. You know, you had guys that were showing just demo accounts, really. They're saying, yeah, this is the real account, and you know, saying this has changed your life, and yada yada yada, all the same stories. Yeah, and so I was so bought into it, and then I just, you know, saw the same, you know, bull poo story to other people, right? And yeah, just and within 90 days, I quit my job, but did I make any money? No. So yeah, I just wanted to basically prove that to people. Yeah, I quit my job doing this thing. Yeah, oh god, it was nonsense. But yeah, so I ended up getting a job again, and you know, carried the trading. I left these guys, and the minute I left those guys, I was profitable for the meantime, and obviously until I took a really big loss, really. So yeah, that was it. But yeah,
You know, I was laughing, but actually it's a very common story. Unfortunately, people start becoming profitable when they actually start trading as a job, not before.
yeah.
As soon as they realize that it's really not a get rich quick scheme,
Yeah.
they start seeing some results. But before that, it's really difficult. Anyways, what about your money management? You told us a bit about your strategy. So based on my understanding, you use the indicators to basically give you the direction of the market, and then you confirm with the chart patterns your entries, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. That's it.
And what about the money management?
Money management, 1% usually. The aim is usually to hit for 1% risk in terms of each trade, and then it'd be like a 2% gain. I would say what I'd try for.
That's a good ratio.
If not, then it would be like a more of a 0.5% risk to about 1% or 1.5. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, sometimes if I got a losing day, I know I'd just leave it there, you know, and go back, you know, the next day. But yeah, because otherwise it's just revenge trading.
And oh no, that you don't want to go there. And tell me something. Has your money management changed? You know, since you started working with us, of course, we give you set rules to respect. Is that something you were doing even before? Did you see any kind of change in your approach?
Yeah, no, it was a change in approach. So I basically worked on it, the money management, because at the end of the day, I realized if you don't know how to manage it, well, the money, especially the side of it, and the risk management, yeah, you could even, let's say, for example, right? Okay, and let's say you are risking, no, which I'm doing now anyway. So 1% for a 3% gain, right? You could lose. Let's say you place 100 trades altogether, right? For 1% loss and 3% gain, right? You can lose 70 trades, right, and win 30 and still be profitable with proper with proper risk management. So, because at the end of the day, right, you know, 3 times, 30 obviously is 90%, right? Obviously, mine is about 70%. So mine is about 70%. You still got 20% left, so you still have made a 20% gain, regardless if you know how to manage it properly. It means you're a very bad trader, but you know, if you know how to, do that, you're still making 20%, which is still pretty good. So
you focus a lot on the risk to reward ratio, basically.
Yeah. So as long as I focus on that, you know, then I know I'll be good, right? Regardless if I lose 34, but because I know at the moment I didn't check it. I need to check. Probably around maybe like 57 or 61% at the moment. You know, as long as I stick to that, I know I'm still going to be, you know, profitable, regardless.
Of course. Since you had this bumpy start into the trading industry, as you were saying, what kind of advice would you give to someone that is now approaching the trading world?
Yeah. Somebody tells them to quit their job in 90 days. Run away as far as possible to us. Run away, all right?
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's true.
Don't quit your job.
Take it
You need
easy.
you need your job just in case anything goes wrong until you have a good decent amount in there. Then I could say, all right, you know what? Could you live off this over the next 50 years or 100 years, right? And then you can say, okay, cool, quit your job. No problem at all. But when you first start out, make sure you're using your demo account, practicing, right? And I mean, all I can say is you will at least blow your account once or twice, maybe 3 times, but before you become profitable. And that is the phase that you need to get through to becoming profitable. If you don't know what it's like to blow an account, because personally, I don't know any successful trader that hasn't blown an account, right? I don't know that, right? So it's having the rhino skin, the resilience to just to keep going and just keep going. That's it. I mean, they say 95% of traders fail because they don't come back to it. That's why. So the 5% that carry on are the ones that keep going and come back to it. Even the ones that have blown their account maybe 20 times or 30 times by now. But yeah, no, someone.
How come did you choose to? Is this your first funded account or?
Second. This is my second.
How come you decided that eventually? It's a good choice, of course, but how did you decide actually to use a funded account instead of your personal funds?
Yeah, profit margins are bigger, right? It's you're backed up by a bigger trading company, and at the same time, it's the beauty of your account being doubled, of course, every single time you hit the target. And so once you get to like 500K, which I will get to. So
okay. I will be right here.
We're gonna do another one.
100%.
Yeah.
Promise.
Yeah, and it is 50-50 split, but however, it's you get a bigger chunk, and it's
bigger capital.
Bigger capital at the end of the day, right?
With less risk.
With less risk, and the bigger capital, the more money, the more fun you get to have as well. You get to do whatever you want in your life as well. So it comes. The more money, the better lifestyle or whatever you want us to do. It could be personal reasons, could be selfish reasons, could be meaningful reasons. Could be anything. So any kind of reason. So yeah, that's it.
And what about your journey with us so far, with AudaCity? What do you think?
Oh, you know what? Journey has been amazing. Anyone looking to, I'd say to join up. I mean, I would definitely tell other people about AudaCity Capital, which I have. Thank you. Well. So I have one friend. He's literally just lives upstairs. Actually, he trades as well. He's also got a fund account at the moment, different company. But yeah, I told him about this. It's pretty phenomenal what these guys do. Not like any other. You don't have to go through like a test phase, right? Like because sometimes you have talent there, they don't pass the actual test, but when it comes down to actual trading, then they're actually really, really good at it. So you keep then having to keep paying if you don't pass. So that I would say it's pretty what AudaCity Capital would be at other company. Yeah, it's time consuming pretty much, and then you have to wait probably like 2 weeks maybe, and then you have to pass another challenge. So it'll probably take you a good month before you pass the challenge, before you even then get funded. But here, this process made it quite easier. Got the funds within less than a week, to be honest, and probably a couple of days, to be honest. I think a couple of days. Probably
the withdrawal. You mean?
No, not the withdrawal. Not the withdrawal was same day.
I remember you called, right?
Yeah, I called. Yeah, I called. It was I was just pretty happy to about this. Yeah, it was same day withdrawals. So I was pissed. I was like, sorry, wait, what? Same day, okay. Never mind.
Yeah. You know what? Let me tell you, it's not because we want to be, of course, we want to be fast and all of that, but the reason being is that we are traders as well. And we do realize how much hard work there is behind an account. So the fact that you get to that target, it has to be rewarded in a way. And this is our way to show our traders that we actually respect you and we do really appreciate what you have done, because we share profits with you 50-50. So
yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. Anyways, thank you very much for joining me today. Keep up the good work.
You.
We are expecting great things coming from you, and we need to do another interview. You promised, and I promised, so we need to do that.
All right, let's do that. I will see you at the 500K. When I get one, once I get there, I will see you there.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mo. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you very much for this. All right, take care. Bye-bye.